welcome to Center Hice Productions. Please hit the likes and the subscribes down below in the right-hand corner, muchly appreciated. Okay, so we ended up finding out, unfortunately, Newhook's injury was longer than originally thought. So you're looking at, some are saying 4 to 6. I've seen 10 to 12 weeks is what I've seen in the articles I've read. So anyway, so there's a little bit of discrepancy, but I'm going with the 10 to 12 weeks. It's long term. So another big blow. This video is to review the Habs and Detroit coming into town, and yeah, but I just wanted to put that news out. Another big blow. It just seems like I don't know, there seems to be a curse on this team. Another year that looks like we're going to be just banged up left, right, and center and have to deal with whatever outcome happens because we don't seem to have any luck health-wise. Okay, we're going to start off this game. This game started off horrible on Montreal's behalf, and I can't blame this solely on, like I say, the team was terrible in front of Jake Allen. No and ifs and buts. I can say, okay, maybe he didn't look perfect, but the team looked that much worse in front of him. I mean, they were just, again, the giveaways. It was just, like I said, they didn't show up in the first period. They got to get a little more, jump in their step and come out and force, get that puck, fight for that puck. I don't know, they're just a sluggish start. I can't say I was overly impressed with anybody on defense tonight. Again, I'm very disappointed as well that Josh Anderson keeps getting rewarded. For what? See if someone can please tell me. Anyway, I'm going to give you the stats, then we'll go back into this. Anyway, good game though, in the sense that when I looked at it, they were down 3-1 at one point, and then 4-2. So they fought their way back, and you got a 5-4 victory for Detroit in overtime. So there was 3 goals from Detroit in the first period, 1 goal from Montreal, 1-1 in the second, and then they have scored 2 in the third, which was their period. They really came on in the third, and then overtime Detroit got the winner. Nice to see the fight to get back into the game. I appreciate that factor, but and it didn't take them long, and Wallman scored 54 seconds into the overtime. And, you knew that Detroit was going to want a bit of vengeance for the first loss when we went to Detroit, so no surprises there. They usually, they've had our number for some time, so when we won that last game against them, that was just kind of a plus. But anyway, that's the way the game went. First star was Sprong, 1 goal, 1 assist with a +1. And then Nick Suzuki had a stronger game as the game wore on, with 1 goal, 1 assist, and a -1. Yoel Armia had a pretty good game from the looks of it again. Slow start, though. Everybody seemed to have a slow start. Goal +1. So, first period, 7:21. Joe Bellino, assisted by Lucas Raymond, assisted by Wallman. That was your first goal. 11:44, Christian Hice, assisted by Michael Ramison, short-handed. That's never good. I mean, my word. Look at some of these. They give, like I say, Barron giving that puck up at the point. Just sloppy play, and allowing breakaways and stuff. I just don't get the way they pinch at the point at times when they're on the power play. And at 19:20, Daniel Sprong scores, assisted by Moritz Seider. And then 19:53, Justin Barron scores, and assisted by Nick Suzuki. And he pinched in very well on that goal. That was nice to see. And this was all, it was all boom, 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 3-1. 3-1 after the first period for Detroit. Not a good start. Second period, we got a beautiful goal shorthanded, so we returned the favor. It's Yoel Armia. If you could get this guy the way he's playing, where it seems to be, every 2 or 3 games he's scoring. I think we could have accepted that from him had he been consistent with it every year. He's just not. Such a shame because he can play well. Just you get Yoel Lemieux every once in a while, right? So it's just it's a shame again. But he was one of the stronger players tonight. Alex DeBrincat, and then that goal was scored at 4:07 in the second period. Then Alex, so that puts it at 3-2. But Alex DeBrincat scores, puts it at 4-2, assisted by Sider. And Armia's goal was unassisted. So assisted by DeBrincat's 5:54 was assisted by Morris Sider and Daniel Sprung on the power play. So that put them back at 4-2. And then we went into the third period. Nice goal by Nick Suzuki on the power play. Finally, the power play gets something by Mike Matheson. Nice little pass. Give him going. Nick really did the work. And that's why I say, for me, Nick's defensive game needs a little work. His circle needs bigger work. But his offensive game is excellent. So that's where he is such a bonus. He wins those battles on the boards and just has such an IQ catching. The play is catching people open, setting up. Okay, so that was at 4:12 of the third period. Then we got a nice goal, and this was a real pretty one of Lidstrom pinching in. This is by Josh Anderson and Jake Evans. So there you go. They started to move the lines once again. It looked like Armia started playing on the first line. So there's been a lot of juggling of the lines. No, yes, they play, the most of the game. With the lines that were scheduled, but then you'll start noticing a lot of these games they start juggling them, which is why not? You're not at a point if you're making the playoffs. You got to find a combo, the proper combos. So in overtime, we go to overtime, 54 seconds. Jake Wallman scores very quickly, assisted by Larkin and DeBrincat, and that's the end of your game there. That's the scoring portion of it. And okay, we'll give you the shots. 33 for Detroit, 30 for the Habs. So they really fought back. That third period was the Habs all the way. 14 hits to 11. We weren't very effective in the physical department. 26 faceoffs to 35. We did well there. 1 for 4 on the power play, Detroit. 1 for 5, Habs. Penalty minutes 10 for Detroit, 8 for the Habs. Giveaways 17 to 11 for Detroit. Takeaways 9-5 for Detroit. Blocked shots 21 to 14 for Detroit. First period penalty summary. Larkin 2 minutes for hooking. Second period Jake Allen gets 2 minutes for tripping served by John Monahan. Christian Fisher at 6:24 gets a 2-minute penalty for interference. Robbie Provery at 14:12 gets 2 minutes for elbowing. Ben Sherratt 2 minutes for tripping at 15:11. Sean Monahan 16:39 2 minutes for cross-checking. That was the end of your second period. Then the third period started up, and you had Josh Anderson getting a penalty, 2 minutes for holding, 1:11 into the third period. Alex DeBrincat got a penalty for hooking at 3:32. Mitchell Stevens got a 4:42 minute for high stick penalty. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. I felt bad for Allen because in the first period, he really was left out to hang and dry. I mean, there were some crisp passes across. Nobody put, even if you're penalty killing, you got to get your sticks in the way. Like, to try to not allow clear passes crisscross. I mean, some of those shots, there's just no way Allen was going to stop those hard passes in, and they were so effective, and they just blasted them immediately, not allowing the goaltender to have a reaction time. We just played poorly in our own end. And our own end, the work there needs to be done. But for me, I'm baffled. Here was Slafkovsky. He was outplaying Anderson for some time now, and he gets moved to the third line. So for me, sorry, I don't get it. I'm not going to get it. How you keep rewarding a guy that's not doing it, what, because he finally dropped the gloves the last game? Give me a break. That he should have been dropping the gloves like quite a bit this year, especially with the presence of our Jack Eye gone. So there's no excuse to me. I'm sorry they can sit there. I get a kick out of seeing the lame backing because he dropped the gloves finally. Of certain, podcasts just pumping his tires, and certain reporters, we know who they are, pumping his tires because he dropped what he got a little physical because he was pissed off in the last game. Give me a break. That doesn't mean you had a great game, okay? And I totally don't agree. This is where I would disagree with Marty on that one in the last game. I didn't see it as a great game by Josh at all. He had an okay game, but still misses in a lot of departments. So I don't understand whatsoever. This guy's never punished. What type of message are you sending? Because what is it? Only the rookies that are going to be sat or benched? Well, you need to, if you want to build a culture, it should be go. The same thing goes for all, veteran or non-veteran. Josh should have sat, periods out, or even been scratched at different times. So I am, I'm not getting what this is all about. I feel bad that Slab got moved, but it is what it is. We're just getting thinner. So Stevens was brought up from Laval. Uh, Unfortunately, it was very hard to get. We had the game scheduled here, and the networks here had such big problems it would not come through on my cable. So I tried to get as much of it as I could in from my phone because that cable company, whatever tower that was, it just you couldn't bring it up on my TV down here in Nova Scotia. So not sure what that was all about. However, we went to that, so I didn't really get to focus on it enough because there were so many problems with getting the game. But you could definitely tell just from what you'd seen in the game and what Marty said, and even the players themselves said they had a horrible first period. The second, they started to get it going. I wouldn't say it was an outstanding second whatsoever. And the third period, that was our period. So we got to start learning to play a 60-minute brand of hockey, and that's pretty much how the game went. Let's just hope that. And I'm still waiting for the toughness of Struble to show up. Somebody want to tell me about that one? Okay, because I'm not seeing it. Not a knock against him, but you know, I thought he was going to bring more of a physical presence. Being up in Montreal, I don't see it. Okay, so that's the end of your game. So 5-4 victory, 5-4 loss for the Habs, 5 victory for the Wings, and that's the way she ended. And at least we fought back and made it interesting, so that was good. I give them credit that they didn't die, and that I like. So it looks like Monday we have the Kraken coming into town. That won't be an easy chore either. We got to get playing better because I don't care who's coming to town. Kraken got a half decent team. So they'll be coming in Monday. That's when I'll do my next video recap. Again, like I said, I felt bad for Allen because I've seen a lot of these goals, and yeah, he wasn't, his hot self, but he wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But my God, he was hung out to dry on a lot of those goals. The team just was no help in front of him. So I felt bad for him because I don't know what is it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We need more consistency. But at the same token, I want a tank, so works for me. Actually, I'm kind of shocked that we fought so hard because the last time I looked at it was 4-2. Next thing I seen, because again I was having technical problems. It ended up being an overtime victory for Detroit, which showed that we came back with a couple of goals. So that's good. Good fight back. But we just got to get consistent and stop having slow starts. Get off to the horses off and get going from the get-go. Well, thank you for joining me. We will catch you in the next episode. Words Puck Drop first here at Center Hice. And tell your friends and family about it. Pass on the word. We're trying to build a strong community. And we shall catch you in the next episode. So, after when the Kraken come in Monday, we will do a review of that game as well. But it is what it is. Lots of injuries on our team. So thank you for watching. Leave your opinion. Always interested in hearing them. God bless.